Hello, welcome to my enthusiasm chair class. And, I do the same theme for my mat class and my chair class, and I try to target the same body area so that if you are unable to get on the mat, you can still get the benefit of what I have researched and put together for a chair class. So you don't really need anything special for chair class tonight, just a enthusiastic attitude and a mat so that you can keep your feet stable, you stand up, and of course a chair for chair class. We're going to go ahead and start in our traditional Tadasana standing position. I feel like I'm a little off-centered or something. So let's just start by just taking a moment to close your eyes down and just let your arms hang down by your side. And let's think about our posture for just a moment. So really get your feet stabilized, maybe don't be clenching your toes, but pressing your toes so there's a little bit more strength in the toes than you normally would just be standing here. And so that really stabilizes your legs. And then as you're just standing here, take a deep breath and just say, I am so glad to be here tonight or today. And whenever you do the class, maybe this is morning, maybe it's midnight when you do it, but I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad that I'm here. I always feel much better after a yoga session. So as you get stabilized, just tighten your glutes, not too tight, just a little bit to know that they're there. Hello, waking up. And pull your abs in just to feel that strength in your abs. We're going to be targeting our lower back, and our hips and our sacrum area. So a lot of the classes, a lot of the poses are geared for strengthening those areas. So I just want you to get the feel of what that feels like. And when you strengthen your low back, you actually are strengthening your abdominal area because you have to have strong abs to keep your low back strong. So that's another thing important to remember when you're doing. I'm just going to take a little bend. I felt like I needed to bend my knees. Don't lock your knees out. So we have our abs tight, our feet not super tight. We're just doing a little assessing. And then take a nice deep breath. And then just kind of let all that relax. And we're going to bend our knees deeply. Inhale our arms up, overhead. And just do a little stretch. Just do a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to do some more warm-ups. This is just a little beginning taste. And then just bring those arms down to your side. So let's start by rocking our feet back and forth. This is also good for your balance. So, and come up on your toes. Come back on your heels. I'm really getting my toes up in the air. Really trying to get my heels off of the mat and really stand on my tiptoes. That's what's good for balance. And then back on my heels. It's hard going back on your heels. Then up on the toes. And then let's just take our foot and rotate the outside edge of all of our foot like in a circle. We're going to do 3, and then we're going to reverse that. So I'm going to the inside first and then the outside. If you did the outside first and then the inside, just reverse it. There's 3 for that one. Let's go to the left. I'm just going up on my tiptoe, rolling around the outside, the inside, up on my tiptoe, rolling around the outside, the inside, up on my tiptoe for the last one, and then I'll reverse that and then go to the inside first and around the outside. This is actually really good to kind of get the knee joint lubricated, your hip flexor lubricated. I think this is my last one. I might have counted that one wrong while I was talking. And then let's just press your toes into the mat as tight as you can, and then release, lifting them up in the air as high as you can. Press like you're really going to pick the mat up with your toes. Release. One more time. Press, 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 and release. And then just lay those down. And then we're going to just bring the knee up and circle the knee 3 times in one direction and then 3 times in the other. And of course, since we have our chair handy, and then bring that to stillness, you can always, if you need some balance help, just move your chair up to the front of you and put a finger, a hand, or whatever you need to stabilize. If you can do it without that, then you're really working your balance. And then reverse. And then we're going to lift the right leg up. We're going to take the right leg out and in. 2 more times. Out, in. I'm trying to keep my hips forward. Out, in, and my back straight. And then place that down. Lift the left leg up. I'm just rotating the leg. 2, 3. Bring that down. Now let's rotate the hips around in a circle. Remember the old hula hoop? I used to love to do hula hoop. And then reverse. This is really good. We're just loosening up, getting ready for poses. And then bring that to stillness. And then put your arms up, I don't know how to say it, flat. So they're flat. And I'm bringing my hands in towards my chest. And then I'm just going to swing side to side very slowly. Try to pull the abs in. 2, 2 left, and 3 right, and 3 left. That's good. Now let's just do some shoulder rolls back. Oh, that feels good. My husband went fishing tonight, and he couldn't find anyone to go with him. I don't think he tried real hard. He wanted me to go, but I don't like to go out that boat fishing. But I had to go help him put it in. So we're going to now take our right hand and let it slide down our right leg, and we're going to take our left hand and inhale that up. And if you have shoulder issues, stop here. If not, bring it all the way up and exhale to the side. And then inhale up. Exhale to the side. Take a round of breath here. On your next inhale, up. One more to the right. Exhale to the side. Round of breath. Next, inhale up. And exhale the left arm down. I don't like backing that boat up into the lake. I think it's scary because what if I hit the gas too hard and I roll down in there? And we're going to now take the left hand and let it slide down the left leg. Right hand comes up, stops here for shoulder problems, or all the way up if you don't have any issues there. Remember, only do what your body says to do. And it may not look like what I'm doing. It may look more intense, or it may look less intense, or it may look just like it. And whichever way it is, that's perfect for you. Don't look at anybody else what they do. Let's inhale up and exhale over. Really pull the abs in. Inhale up and exhale over. Full round of breath. Inhale up. Full round of breath here. On your next exhale, just lean sideways. Anyway, his hand signals are terrible. Inhale up. And last one to the left. Exhale over. Inhale up. And exhale the right arm down. I mean, I don't know what this stuff means, and he's all frantic. So I'm like, you're going to have, we need to get together, I think, and he's got to show me what means what, because it was really craziness out there. Anyway, he's out on the lake now. And let's see. Oh, we've done our side stretches. This is my relaxation. That's his. So that works perfect. I get to stay here and do yoga. And he gets to go and cast for fishing. Let's do a little warm up on our neck just by looking down, chin to chest, and then just sweeping side to side. We'll do 3 on each side. Of course, I have to go out and help him in a little bit to get the boat back out of the water. That's always fun. I watched several people. Let's bring that to stillness. And then ear to shoulder, ear to right shoulder, and then up, ear to left shoulder. And that made it look so easy. One of them had a huge barge, just drove it right up onto that boat trailer. And you should see us. I should film it. Maybe we could go on Funniest Home Videos, because it goes sideways and it gets all crazy. And then he's all like, guide me on there. I'm like, I tried. And bring that head to stillness. Okay, I think we're ready. So I'm going to move my chair back behind me. And we're going to do some seated poses first. And we're still kind of warming up because we have some intense poses coming up. And we want to make sure that all of our body parts are warmed up. And of course, remember, only do it as intense as your body can handle. So let's just sit here, and we're going to do a little bit of some cat-cow. I'm going to turn my chair sideways. I'll move it up here a little bit so you can see better. And in cat-cow, instead of really trying to arch the spine, try to move with your ribs. Like, try to push the ribs back. And this is our cat. I'm just pushing the ribs back. When I do that, I get a natural curve in the back. And then I'm going to push the ribs forward. So I'm leading with my ribs. That way I'm not overextending my back in any direction, because it's coming from the rib, not trying to come from the spine. This is very strengthening and stretching. Let's do about 5 cat-cows. So I'm exhaling on cow, inhale for cat. And it takes a lot of concentration. Exhale to think about moving the ribs and not the back. Inhale. Be very enthusiastic about how you're going through your poses. Exhale the ribs forward. Inhale the ribs back. And if you do it both ways, you'll see what I mean about taking the pressure off of your back. Exhale. And you're just doing the movement that is strengthening and stretching. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. For your last cow. There we go. And now we're going to do just a little simple forward fold. I'm sitting up nice and straight. My head is over my spine, and my feet are hip width apart for this forward fold. And we're just going to bend right here. Try to keep your back straight. If your back starts curving, stop wherever that is. If you get here and then you notice you're doing this, stop right here. That's where your forward fold should be. So inhale and exhale forward. wherever your position is. You're just trying to lay your belly onto your thighs with a nice straight back. See, my back is straight. I haven't hunched it over because this is where we're getting this nice stretch for this lower lumbar. And we're not putting a strain on the lower lumbar. If you arch your back up, you're straining all of this spine, and that we don't want to do that, especially if you have any sciatic or lower lumbar issues already. And then as you inhale, come up. We'll do two more. We're just going to kind of hang out in that forward folded position to let the back relax. Exhale over. And you can keep your hands where they're comfortable. You can let them hang down, but don't let your head droop. Keep it in line with your spine. I like to kind of rest my elbows on my thighs. And then as I breathe, I raise up because my abdomen is filling with oxygen and air. I'll over exaggerate it. And as I exhale, I fold. And sometimes you find that if you stay here, and we'll just take, 5 or 6 breaths here, just gentle breaths, that you may feel that you're actually going a little deeper into the pose. And that's a natural relaxing, not a forcing. And then now I have to kind of let my elbows fall off to the side because I've stretched out a little bit, and I can actually bend a little further. Go at your own pace. On your next inhale, come up. And we'll do one more. Exhale forward. If you had a block or something, you could put that under and put your hands down on there. I should have mentioned that maybe. That's a good one. I always think about things later. But otherwise, you can just, even like I'm kind of grabbing my hands behind my legs here. Nice, gentle stretching. Now I want you to, on your next inhale, we're going to tighten our abs and raise up using your abs. It might be a little bit harder that way. For our next pose, it's going to be standing. And this is a variation of thunderbolt, which normally you do sitting and in a stationary position, but we're going to do it standing and with the chair's help. So I'm going to put my chair facing the seat, facing me, and thunderbolt would normally look like this on the mat, and it's a really good pose for strengthening your back muscles and improving your digestion. But we're going to do it standing into the chair. I've figured out a way that kind of will, it's the same pose, but we're using our legs instead of our legs being bent and on our heels, sitting on our heels. So we're going to stand up nice and straight. Like I said, facing the chair, feet together, hip width apart. And we're going to inhale the left arm up as we place the right hand palm up on our low back. And then we're going to exhale forward, just bending. Remember the forward fold that we just did in the chair sitting? We're going to do that standing. So bending, don't curve your back up. And my hand is now on the back of the chair, and my head is just in line with my arm. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to exhale. And if you can come down to the chair without compromising your back, come down to the chair. If you cannot have a pillow, I could grab a pillow and put it here and come down with my head on there, or you can just stay with your hand on the back of the chair. I'm just explaining how to do it right now. So it will be something like this. You will inhale, exhale over, pause here, inhale, and either exhale staying here, maybe a little bit of a stretch, or coming down with your head onto the chair. And you're going to inhale and exhale and inhale up and exhale. This is halfway up, and then inhale all the way up, switching the hands. The right hand comes up, the left hand comes palm up on the lower back. And then we're going to exhale over, inhale, exhale down, inhale, exhale, and then inhale halfway up. That's with the arm on the back of the chair. Inhale, exhale all the way up. And we're going to repeat that 5 times, or 4 more times now on each side. And it is a very fluid movement, and you can go at your own pace. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, or stay there. Inhale, exhale halfway up. Inhale, exhale all the way up. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale halfway up, and exhale all the way up. Inhale, exhale down, inhale up on up, exhale over. Just start moving at your own pace. And if this is too much of a stretch for your low back, bring both hands to rest on your lumbar and just stay right here throughout all of the breathing with the arms. Halfway up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Inhale. Over. Inhale. Exhale all the way down, or stay halfway up. And stay up here this time. You do an inhale and an exhale. And inhale halfway up. And exhale all the way up. I hope this is making sense. Exhale, right arm behind your back. Inhale, left arm up. Inhale and exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. Stay there, or come down with your head on the chair. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway up. Exhale all the way up. As you bring the right arm up, left arm behind your back. Inhale. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale down or stay halfway up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway up. Exhale all the way up. And bring that to rest. I think we did it 5 times. I find that very relaxing. It is another exercise that calms your brain, calms your mind. And if you are tightening and using your back and low back muscles to come up and down, it's helping to strengthen that lower back. And also it is going to help reduce belly fat because of the bending over. And for our next pose, it's going to be downward facing dog. So for downward facing dog, you may want to take a little step back, and you can always adjust this. And you will do an inhale up, both arms up, and exhale over. And you can, if you are not as flexible, you can always use the back of the chair for your downward facing dog. Or if you are a little more flexible and you don't have high blood pressure that makes you dizzy, you can use the seat of the chair and come on your forearms or keep your hands here for downward facing dog. I'm going to have to step back quite a bit. I think I'm going to go on my forearms. But the main point here is to keep your head relaxed and in between your arms in whatever position that you are using. I'll show you the one on the back of the chair also. This would be level 1. The main thing is to have your lower body stretched out so that your head can go in between your arms. And then level 2 or level 3. You pick your level for the next round that we're going to do. And we're building up to our peak pose, which is intense side stretch. So this is our last pose before we get to that. Oh, I got to come back here. So I'm going to inhale. And I'm going to exhale into, I'm doing level 3. I'll take 3 rounds of breath here. And when I say rounds of breath, that's an inhale and an exhale. On your next exhale, bend your knees and come all the way up. Inhale up. Exhale into downward dog. I'm going to come to level 2 just for some variation. So I'll have to put my feet out a little bit further for level 2 because I'm up higher. 3 rounds of breath here, level 2. Really pull the abs in. Remember, we're trying to strengthen our abs, which in essence will then help to strengthen the lower back. On your next exhale, bend your knees and bring your arms up to your side, bending the knees. Inhale. Last downward dog. And I'm going to just stay at level 2 because I don't want to move my chair. Bringing my hands onto the seat of my chair. And for 3 rounds of breath. And then on your last exhale, we're going to step the right foot forward. The left foot turn at a 45-degree angle. And this one is actually called Tadasana, or intense side stretch. And we're going to, I'm going to bend the right leg just a little bit and come up. I may have to turn this way. I'm going to have to do the, well, I'm going to turn my chair around so you can see better. I forget which side I need to be on for that. So we came out of down dog. We're stepping the left leg back. The right foot is stepped towards the seat of the chair. And for this one, I'm going to, the same arm that is with the leg forward is going to come up. And the other arm is going to come behind our back. And I'm going to lean over, and I can touch the back of the chair here for this side stretch. Level 1, level 2, and I am not even going to do level 3. It's too intense. So if you can do level 3, remember to keep your hips, they're facing the long end of my mat, but at a little bit of an angle. And I'm just bending sideways. This is a side stretch. If you're not feeling it through here, then you need to have your hips turn more towards the long end of your mat. Line my feet up a little bit more. So left hand behind my back, palm up. Going to inhale. Right arm up. Exhale over. Level 1. I'm going to start with level 1 because we're going to repeat this 3 times. And we'll do 3 rounds of breath here. You should really feel that right through here on your left side. Try to keep your chest facing up. If you're looking like this, then you're not doing a side stretch. The chest needs to be facing forward. Exhale up. Number 2. Inhale the right arm up. Left hand placed on your lumbar. Palm up. Exhale over. I'm going to go to level 2. Little deeper stretch here. On my next exhale, I'm going to really tighten my legs, make my back strong, and lift up. Both arms down. Last one. Inhale, right arm up. Left hand on my lumbar. Exhale over. It's just a side stretch. A tense side stretch. Three breaths, 3 rounds of breath. When you exhale, if you tighten, I'm not pressing on here, it's just for a light support. You can do spider fingers. You can come up and like a little pulse, maybe a little deeper side stretch, or stay where you're at. Inhale up and exhale. Arm down. Bring both feet up here, kind of shake it out. and step back, and we're going to have a pause into our down dog again, and then we'll go to the left side. I'm going to go ahead and switch my chair around. If only I had a cameraman that could roll the camera around the room, I wouldn't have to do all that stuff. That would be really nice. So I'm going to step back here, because we're going to do our down dog. Remember, there's level 1, 2, or 3 in all of our poses. So I'm going to inhale and exhale over. I'm going to level 3, just to balance that side stretch out. We're going to go back to the center. 3 rounds of breath. And then exhaling, bending the knees generously. Coming up. It's important to bend your knees. That way you're not straining your low back too, because we're trying to build strength in the low back and lumbar, not to strain it. Inhale up. We'll do 3 of these. Exhale over. I'll stay up in level 2 this time. Just have my head is right between my arms, just as it would be if my hands were on the mat, into a downward facing dog. This is just another version, a chair version. 3 rounds of breath. You may do more, because when I talk, sometimes I don't know how many I probably was doing. On your next exhale, bend the knees generously. Release the arms and come up. Oh, yeah. If you feel dizzy when you come up, don't go down again. Just stand up in Tadasana, or maybe sit down in your chair and just do some gentle breathing. Last one for downward facing dog. Inhale up and exhale over. Really pull the abs in. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. 3 breaths, 3 rounds of breath. On your next exhale, bend the knees and come up. Nice. Now I'm going to step my left leg forward, so it is up near the seat of the chair. My right leg is coming back a little bit. My foot is at a 45-degree angle. My hips are facing towards the long end of my mat. They're not exactly, if you're doing this, you're going to strain your back too much. So it's at a little bit of an angle, but not much, just to keep the low back safe. And then we will inhale the left arm up. Left leg is forward, left arm comes up, same side. The right hand is going to go on my low back, as we've done in all of our other exercises. And then I'm going to just tip sideways. My chest is still facing the front or the long end of the mat. And you can, if you're doing level 1 on the back of the chair, have the back of the chair facing you. If you're doing level 2 or 3, which I cannot do, it's too intense, the seat faces you. Ready? We will do 5 of these, and then come back into our Tadasana. And so anytime that you have had enough of it, always just come back into Tadasana, and you can just do your hips, your legs, or just some gentle movements with your arms, but stay in Tadasana for right now. Okay, here we go. Step back. Inhale, left arm up, right hand behind you, and just lean over to the side. 3 breaths. And when I'm doing this, I'm not holding myself with my hand. If I'm doing that, then I'm too far down. So come up higher to the back of the chair or something. On your next exhale, come up. Inhale, left arm up, right hand behind you, exhale over. You see my head is staying in line with my spine. My chest is facing forward. I don't have my head tipped this way. And 3 breaths. Try not to poke the hip out. It's just you're bending at the side to get this real nice stretch through here. Exhale up. Inhale the left arm up. Right hand behind. Exhale over. See that? If I do this, how the hip comes out, don't do that. Just bend and your hip will naturally look like it's coming over a little bit, but you're not putting it out of joint. And I have my elbow so that it can bend with my breathing. All over exaggerated. I'm inhaling, exhaling. It's a tiny movement. You may not even see it. I just exaggerated to show you how it might look or feel. On your next exhale, really use your muscles in your back and your abs to come up. Last, is that 3 or 4? I'm going to say this one's number 4. Inhale up. Exhale over. Keeping the chest nice and forward. Don't jet your hip out. I'm just bending at my side, really stretching through here. On your next exhale, bring your arm up and down. Last one. Did a little readjustment on that right leg. It's starting to really feel like it's being used a lot, stabilizing. So this time I'm going to try to concentrate on making equal pressure on both legs. See if I can do that. So I'm going to inhale the left arm up. And my right hand is on my lumbar. I'm really tightening those leg muscles, exhaling over. Oh yeah, that feels much better. I feel much more stable. I'm putting as much, maybe a little more pressure on the left leg this time instead of the right. There's a lot to think about. If you do it with enthusiasm, that's our keyword tonight. Just make sure that you're enthusiastically doing it with the right muscles in use. 3 breaths. On the next exhale, I'm really tightening my abs and bringing myself up with my hand and relaxing. Stepping forward into Tadasana. This side stretch is really great for your hip mobility. And I think you can see because I feel really stretched out now. My hips were a little tight when I started, but they're starting to really loosen up. Let's just do a little bit. Let's see. What are we doing next after that? Oh, yeah. I'm going to move my chair out of the way and put it behind me. And I'm going to add in something that I didn't write down because I think this will feel really good. So bring your feet a little further than hip width apart. And this is one of my favorite poses actually, and it's called washing machine. And we're just going to bring the right heel up off of the mat as we twist to the right. The left heel up as we twist to the right. And then the right heel up as we twist to the left, and just go back and forth. Just to kind of balance that side stretch that we did. And we'll do one more thing for that. This feels so good. And if you want to pick up the pace a little bit and let your hands kind of flop onto your rib cage in the back, you're doing a little gentle massage on your kidneys and the adrenal glands, so that's always good. Make sure that your heel is coming up off of the mat to protect your knee. If you keep your feet on the mat, you're really twisting the knees at an angle that is not really good for them, especially if you have any knee issues already. Oh, I think someone joined me. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention over there. Hello, I'm glad that you joined me today, and I hope that you're enjoying the class and staying safe. Now start bringing that to stillness. That felt good. And then just, let's just kind of put our arms up and move side to side. I'll look up here and see a comment. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you came in. Even if you're a little bit late, that's fine. And you can always watch it from the beginning later on. And now I'm going to stretch over to the side, over to the side, and over to the side. Nice. Now we're going to do a little something for our shoulder mobility. And it's, you have to think about facing a clock. I'm going to come back here so you can see. And what we're going to do is, this is 3 and 8. 9 and, I mean, not 3 and 8. 5 and 8. 3 and 9. And 10 and 2. So those are our 3 different positions. So we're going to just have our hands by our side. We're going to inhale to 5 and 8. And exhale down. This is a very gentle shoulder movement. So if you have shoulder issues, because we're not doing any wild things, this one might be one for you to do. It's just, we're not rotating or bending them any other odd way. And then we're going to inhale up to 3 and 9. And exhale, float them down. And then this one is, if you do have shoulders and you can't raise your hands over your head, just bring your fingertips to your shoulders and come up like this, okay? And now we're going to inhale to 10 and 2. A little break from our intense side stretch and float those hands down. We're going to repeat this one more time. Inhale 5 and 8. Exhale down. Inhale 3 and 9. And a round of breath in. Exhale as you float the arms down. We're wanting to come down very slowly because that is also a strength builder that way. Inhale up to 10 and 2. And hold it here for 3 rounds of breath. Exhale down slowly. I think that was our second round. We're going to do one more round because I wanted to do 3. Inhale up to 5 and 8. 3 rounds of breath. And exhale slowly down. I need someone that's holding signs up counting. Sometimes I count strangely when I'm talking. Inhale up to 3 and 9. and hold it for 3 rounds of breath. While you're standing here, also remember to be engaging your abs. Exhale down slowly. Very controlled movements. Last one up to 10 and 2. Hold it. Yay! You're a cheerleader for yourself. On your third exhale, down, very controlled, nice and slow. That's great. Our next one is sitting. We're going to sit in our chair. Let's see what I have. Because time is nearing the end. I'll see what I have time for. I always write more than I need. Yeah, we can do this one, and then we'll do that. I may have to cut one of them out, but we'll see. We're going to bring I'm going to scoot up here so I'm closer to the camera. And also, we won't be standing up again, so we're going to be seated. I don't think you need to see my feet. So we're going to have our feet as wide as the chair legs. The heel of my chair is actually right on my chair leg. And we're going to do some forward folds in 3 positions: center, right, and left. And we'll start with center, go to the right, center, and go to the left. And we're going to repeat that sequence 3 times. The magic number today is 3. It's hard to see. Put it up there. Yeah, I can see it now. And it's a forward fold from our hip crease. And remember, our back is straight. If you feel your back curving, then straighten your back up wherever you've been to. This may be it. That's where you go. That is what we're wanting to do, because that will actually be strengthening your back and not so much as stretching, because we're working on our strength tonight. So we'll inhale and lean forward to the center. This is a little easier than the ones with the legs straight, which we did earlier. And you can have your hands on your legs, or you can bring them down to the floor, as long as your back can stay straight. Or if you want to place your hands on your shins. Oh, you can't see my shins. Or ankles, wherever your hands are, whatever your biggest bend is, your forward fold, that's fine, as long as the back is straight and the head is in line with the spine. Don't want your head tipping forward either. So 3 rounds of breath here. On your next exhale, use your back muscles and your abs to bring yourself up. Don't just flip yourself up. Now we're going to turn to the right. Just twist to the right and inhale and exhale over to the right. This is where I'm going to go right here. I'm not going to go any further, because if I do, my back is going to be at a curve and my sit bones, my ischial tuberosities, are going to come up out of the chair, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm really holding the strength with my back and my abs. 3 rounds of breath. Exhale up, using your back muscles, your abs to bring you up. Inhale and turn to the left. Exhale over. We might not be able to do 3 rounds of this, because I try to keep this class to 1 hour. I try not to go over or go too far under. And I do want to do one more thing. Your next exhale, come up. Let's do 1 more round. We'll get at least 2 in. That'll be good. So inhale, exhale forward, 3 rounds of breath. On your next exhale, remember, tighten your back, your abs, and raise yourself up using those muscles, okay? Inhale and exhale as you turn to the right and lean forward over the right leg. 3 rounds of breath. Keeping your ischial tuberosities on your chair. Your back is nice and strong. On your next exhale, bring yourself up using your muscles. Inhale and exhale, turning to the left and leaning over the left thigh. Three rounds of breath. Engaging your abs, your back muscles, and bringing yourself up. Can you feel the difference when you engage those muscles? Now, bring your feet together. And we're going to cross our right leg over our left. We're going to place our left hand on our right thigh, and we're sitting up nice and straight. We're going to inhale, the right arm up, and look to the back with the right hand draping over the back of the chair into our half Lord of the Fish pose twist. This is our last pose of the night. And on your next exhale, bring all of that forward. Cross the left leg over the right. Place your right hand on your left thigh. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale as you twist, bringing the left arm to rest on the back of the chair. And your chest and head is looking to the left. I'm not really pressing my right hand into my thigh, but I am holding it so that it is stable. I feel a little pressure, but I'm not pushing it. On your next exhale, return everything to center. And then just sit back in a comfortable position. Close your eyes down for just a moment and just listen to yourself breathe. And if you want to have your back resting against the back of the chair, try to be sitting up as straight as possible. And as you're sitting here and you're doing just a nice restful breath, think about how do you feel compared to how you felt when you first started class at this time. I know that I really feel that my hips are looser and my low back feels stretched and longer. If you want to make a comment on what you've noticed, I would appreciate that. And if you had anything in particular that you liked about this class, that would be a nice comment. I would like to repeat some of those favorites of yours. And if there's something that you didn't like or that did not feel good to your body, then I suggest you do not do that pose again and find a replacement pose while we are in that pose. Start just pressing the toes gently into the mat or the floor and then releasing it. Sitting up a little bit taller. Taking another deeper breath this time and pausing. Exhaling completely. One more deep inhale. As you feel your belly filling with air, pause and exhale through the mouth. And open your eyes and join me for our little pep talk. And today's class was called Enthusiasm. And that is be present with zestful alertness. I hope that you were alert in your poses today and that you were mindful at the same time. Loosen your constraints and let your passion for life uplift others and generate new opportunities. And doing our yoga poses tonight, I hope that you saw maybe something that you could do different that you haven't thought about before, like engaging your muscles instead of just letting your body flop over into it or come up, because that's how we get hurt, by not engaging before we make a movement. And once we start doing those things, it will become muscle memory. So if you're reaching over to pick a pin you dropped up, instead of whipping up, which is how a lot of people get hurt, your muscle memory would be like, oh, engage that back muscle and your abs before you start lifting up again. And then that is a lot safer way for you to react during just daily activities that happen. Today I dropped two things and had to reach and bend. And so it's good to be mindful and to make these muscle memories. So that's what I'm trying to do, help you to do. So I have this cute little picture, and I'll put it up here in a minute. It says, allow yourself to enjoy the delight of happiness. And that is by Molly. I don't know who Molly is, but I thank her for showing us this cute little picture and remembering to enjoy whatever we're doing. I really enjoyed putting this class together for you, and I hope that you enjoy doing it. Let's take our hands, rub them together, bringing some energy and warmth. Pretty soon we'll need that warmth when fall passes and winter comes. We keep having summer right now. Press that into your heart center, bowing our heads. I honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others and bring joy to others as you go out through the day or the evening or perhaps tomorrow morning. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me and participating in my chair yoga class. This is PJ with TJ, ending ta-ta for now.